Uh, I think we're live.
Says we're live there, Charlie. Says we're live.
Yep. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel and doing a little tough truck update and channel update, stuff like that. Just talking tough trucks and off-road stuff. So how you? And we got Steve Vinciguerra. Did I pronounce that right?
Vinciguerra, you're close. Everybody
Vinciguerra.
messes up. You're one of the closer ones. Most of the time, everybody is just like an alphabet sometimes.
Yep. But how you doing, man?
We're doing good, man. We got man, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of events still to go to. There's a lot of action to get to. Getting through the end of this year. This year, there's just been so many events. It seems like, and it's good. It's good.
Yep.
A lot of racers, lot of people there. We just saw each other last out at the Jamboree down there in Bloomsburg. That was good this year. I thought that was really good.
That was a good time. First
Yeah,
show for the new truck.
yeah. You got a new truck there. Looked like it ran pretty good there. Um,
It needs a little bit of work still.
well,
Just got to inch my way towards getting it done.
you'll get it. You started off with a pretty good truck there, and just had to put a heart in it. So it seemed like you got some good stuff, good jump start there instead of having to build one from scratch. I don't even know how you do it this day and age. It's expensive.
Well, well, I had a lot of good, great help from my friend Brad Shank over at Godshaw's Custom Machining. He helped with my that Ram. The Ram with the Jeep body on it, pretty
Yeah,
much.
your old truck now, we'll call it.
Yeah, the old truck. I
Yeah.
love that truck. He has that now, but he wants to get into tough trucks now, so he's eventually gonna hopefully join us someday. But
I mean, that's what we need out there. We need more racers.
yep, definitely. But so, what are the events that you mentioned you have on the way?
Yeah, man, there's just East Coast to begin with. There's three events East Coast left. This weekend you've got the Pine Creek Four Wheelers and their Thunder in the Hollow event. That's this Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is it's a sanctioned event, but they have unsanctioned classes. So don't be leery if you're not an East Coast member. If you still want to go watch, go race. They've got dirt drags. They've got stuff for kids. All the East Coast races. We've got some good kids classes. Everybody in the East Coast Four Wheel Drive Association, we believe in the kids, man. We've got to keep having events, get the kids interested. And you don't have to necessarily be a member. You can show up if you've got, if your young daughter or son from Power Wheels classes, all the way up to the older kids that are experienced with some of the side by sides, go karts. As long as they have a cage on them, four wheelers. There's a class for them. Even if they haven't raced before, just let somebody know if you show up at an East Coast event that you've got a young man or young lady that like to race that she's never raced before, and there's a lot of good parents out there that are helping run those events, and you get a test pass, whatever you need to get them ready to go. It's a lot of fun.
Yep, I remember in Windsor they were pretty much doing some drag racing with them, right?
Oh yeah, they drag raced on Sunday down at Windsor, which that was an awesome event this year. The Windsor uh, the Hill Climbers event this year, that was awesome. Both 2 days, those club members, they really knocked it out of the park. Friday night they hooked up with man, I don't know the name of the club, but they had dirt bike and four wheeler races, and they had like 60, 70 or more entries, and those guys, they were just running all night. Then Saturday the kids raced the obstacle, and the adults race the short obstacle, and then the drags at night, and then the kids race obstacle Sunday morning, which is what you saw. Man, those kids love to race. They love to race.
Yeah, I think. Were you at some of the events they did last year?
I
I think
was.
I I think I vaguely remember during one of the obstacle race, one of the kids might have even rolled over.
There was. It happens. It happens. But all the safety stuff's there. We really go over all the kids' vehicles,
Yep.
100%, just like we do with the adult vehicles. And I mean, if it's not right, you're not going to race it.
Yep.
So
They're in good hands.
yeah, but no, we've been going to Windsor for probably 4 years now. I didn't even know it existed until I actually met some of the guys from down there during one of our tough truck races and realized that my young son could race. And we were racing a couple years down there. But no, it's man, once you get there, once you meet a couple people, it's like having another family.
Yep. But just saw Tony Martinez joined the chat. But how you doing, Tony? Are you still in Tough Trucks? Because I think I saw one, maybe two of your trucks in Ohio, possibly when I recorded this year. But yeah, uh, if you got a second, can you let me know if you're still in it? But yeah, I had to ask him that.
Gotcha. I thought I saw one of his trucks for sale. Actually,
Yeah,
I was trying to talk one of our club members into trying to buy it, but they didn't want to.
I'm pretty sure at least one of his trucks is now in Ohio. Maybe
Okay.
both. I could be wrong.
Yeah, there's a lot of stiff competition in Ohio. The rough truck guys out there, little different. The way they race, a lot tighter courses, but the trucks are legit, man. Those trucks are something else.
Yeah, Ohio is no joke. I'm even considering after I get all my bills knocked out next year, I might start racing the point series in Ohio. But that's if I get my bills knocked out and get myself in good shape
No, I got you.
next year.
You got to take care of the homestead, take care of the finances before you can play. And I know you just spent quite a bit of bucks, I'm sure, to get up and
Yeah.
going.
Yep. Enough to make me want to start drinking. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, don't do that. You won't have as much money to spend on tough truck parts, buddy.
Yeah.
So
And speaking of which, I just got the body cleaned of the new truck today. I'm gonna work on cleaning the truck tomorrow, the actual truck. After I'm done with that, I'm probably gonna pull the passenger side axle out because I think I have to put a new clip in. Going back to Bloomsburg,
oh
remember?
yeah, that little issue there, man. Those
Thanks to you and Junior helping me get
yeah, no
those U
problem, man.
joints
Those U joint clips
back together.
they're tricky sometimes, and like I said, you know that little trick there that we learned a lot. I learned on some of the Dana 60 stuff. If you can run a full circle snap ring on there,
Mhm.
sometimes you have to cut a little bit. It makes a difference to keeping that clip in there and not spitting a C clip and then ruining the whole run, having a
Yeah.
track axle.
So I know I'm gonna at least pull the axles most likely one of these days. I don't know if I'm gonna ask my friend Brad if he has time to spot weld the caps or if I'm gonna try and find those snap rings, the full round ones.
I'd go with the snap rings. They work. I think looking at your shafts there, Bloomsburg. I think that you have the aftermarket chrome moly shafts, and it looks like they are already cut deep enough that you just need to ring those snap rings on there before you put that U joint in and put the caps on, and then
Yeah.
you just use your snap ring pliers, open them up, and set them in there, and you'll be good to go.
I do have a theory on what's possibly causing. Okay, yeah, even Tony's telling me not to weld them. So,
Yeah, I mean
but
that's a
go ahead.
lot of people don't weld them. We used to just put a little tack weld. You don't want to weld them real good there.
And uh, I might have a theory on what's causing the original clips to come loose. I think it might be due to using the cutter brakes. It's just a theory.
I mean, it could be if you're putting a lot of stress on one axle there. I mean, as you turn, you know, the caps are always they're pushing against those rings trying to pop out. You know, it's I mean, you can always uh sell your house and buy a set of those RCV shafts that guys like to run. Those, I don't know what they are anymore. They used to be $1,000, $2,000. I'm sure they're more expensive than that now. But a
Yeah.
lot of good luck. A lot of guys are still running those, and they say they're a lifetime warranty. So
Yeah. But Pierce Motorsports, I'm doing well, man. Hope you're doing well also. And Steve, if you want to reply to him as well, if you have anything you have to say.
yeah, no. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing out there? Just man, I'm just happy that throughout the years with a little downturn there starting in 2020 and where it was, it looked like a lot of racers stopped racing. Some people just kind of grew out of it, or even
Yeah.
some of the younger kids aren't. And just glad there's still people trying to push forward and keep this sport going.
Yep. I know I won't be leaving this sport anytime soon. Like, I know there's a lot of people bailing on the sport, so to speak, but I'm not going anywhere. I'll be in the sport till I'm gone.
No,
Because I love the race.
yeah, it's there's nothing like it. If the adrenaline, the people, overcoming the obstacles, building the trucks, fixing them, the deadlines, trying to get when something's broken, trying to get to that next round. I mean, you really can't. I don't know. You can't put a price on it. It's a priceless thing to do, I think.
Yep. And by the way, if anyone in the chat has anything they wanted to talk about, feel free to ask, and I'll bring it up here on the screen for you guys, and we can talk about whatever you guys want as well. How many years have you been doing this? How many years have you been in the Mountain Creek stuff? Probably. I
So
think that's what he's asking.
so
Or Tough Trucks.
racing in general, me personally, and a lot of the guys, a lot of our crew, our members, like 96, 97, we started running mud bogs. Man, we would drive our junk to school. Plymouth Mud Bog. That was the first mud bog I ever raced, down in Plymouth Mud Bog. 17 years old, driving my junkie truck to school. Borrowed a set of tires off my buddy's truck, set of 38-inch groundhogs. We actually jacked his truck up in the pits, put those tires on my truck. I ran, put them back on his truck. And just that, I mean, we were hooked from back then. Trail riding, doing that stuff. And then probably 99, 2000, right in there, started racing tough trucks down at the Bloomsburg Jamboree, right when it really started to get big. After they stopped with that like single truck run where you used to hit the tire. You remember that stuff back in the beginning stages of it? They used to
Well,
run. You remember that, Charlie?
I started watching the Tough Trucks in year 2000 when I went to my first four-wheel jamboree at
Okay.
Bloomsburg. And then I started racing myself in 2003. And
Yeah.
I know I started at the Buck Motorsports Park in Lancaster. And that was a interesting first event. I was still getting used to clutching, and it was almost like my first time using a clutch. And I accidentally dumped it at the gate of the Buck and spun the tires. One of the guys at the Buck came up and said, "If you do that again, you're out of here." But
yeah, I down the Buck, we used to go to mud race. I never raced the tough truck down there, but I've been there in years. It's last time I went down there, we called. I personally, this was years ago. We were running late. We used to drive our stuff down to race the mud, believe that, and then we figure out if we get home, 2+ hours away. But we got there like 15 minutes late, and same kind of thing. They just said, "Hey, it's too late. You can't tech in. You're done." And it's kind of heartbreaking. We had some issues. Some of the other guys made it on time, but I'm always late, it seems. So, but enough
yeah,
of that.
how many races is Mountain Creek planning on having next season? By
Looks like
Tony?
next season we're looking at two.
Two?
We're looking at two. Our biggest one, obviously, is one that's coming up here in October, the Trucktoberfest race. That's pretty big this year. We took a big leap. We're hoping we can get in and we can hold a race, maybe for a local fair during a fair. But we'll see what happens. Next year's a long ways away.
You guys planning on having Greenhead down there?
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah. We heard from Angel and Johnny. We talked to them last month. They actually just had a message on the Facebook page here. They're excited. They're planning on coming. Johnny's bringing both trucks.
It's at the
Probably.
It's at the Lycoming County Fairgrounds, right?
Yep, Lycoming County Fairgrounds this year.
I think it's
not.
Hughesville, right?
Yep, Hughesville. It's not during the fair. It's
Okay.
we took a big leap and we're holding our own event. We rented the fairgrounds. We're going big. It's either it's sink or swim, Charlie. That's what we're doing.
Yep, there's always a lot of risk in this sport, whether it's on the track or behind the scenes, pretty much. But I know you mentioned something earlier when we were talking on Facebook Messenger. You're more of when you were on the track, you were more about putting on the show. I am like that too, but I also love the competitive racing stuff. I love going for the win, and if I can't win it, I at least want to put on a show.
Well, we all want to win, right? I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
just human nature. We all want to be the top dog. We all want to be just 1 second, one wrong turn away from, being on top. But at the end of the day, man, it's about the fans. It's about, the kids, the fans. It's you just can't replace it. When you mess up, roll over, something happens, and everybody's just cheering. We can fix the truck,
Mm-hmm.
but we're never going to get to replay that moment or make that moment again, and put that joy in everybody's hearts there when they're racing or they're watching
Yeah,
us race.
I do miss having my Cherokee when I used to be able to get that thing on two wheels all the time. I must have gotten that thing on two wheels around 10 or so times, and crowd would go nuts when I did that.
Well, I
But
tell
it
you
was
what, when it
so
comes to
fun to
those
go for. Sorry.
Cherokees, oh no, you're good,
Mhm.
buddy. I'm sorry. When it comes to those Cherokees, there are some bad racers with those Cherokees. You've got the lead boys there. You've got Quillen Good, which is super awesome. You've got Corey Wagner.
Gary
You've got
Green, Jeremiah Creasy,
Jeremiah
Leon
Creasy.
Hostetter. I can name a few over here also.
They've got them together. You've got one of the um, Jeremy Getchin. Jeremy Getchin's one of the guys, and I know it's more East Coast he races, but I've seen him with that truck on two wheels like it's a sailboat, just running up the top out there at the Jersey Shore nicest hollow track. And I mean, they live for it, man. They love it. And
Yep. And Tony asked when the date is for that
our
Trucktoberfest. Yeah.
Trucktoberfest,
Yeah, that's
that's
October 26th, right?
26 is the tough truck portion of the event, but we've got camping. You can come in Friday night. You can camp. Saturday we've got, and it depends if you want to run East Coast too, because we've got two East Coast um, sanctioned races. Saturday morning is the short obstacle, which is like a Chicago style flat track oval with a little bump, a little figure eight. Then we've got our mud bog. That's a sanctioned East Coast mud bog. We got some monster trucks too. And then come Sunday in the morning, we've got our long obstacle East Coast style, which is less jumps, more technical driving. And then Sunday afternoon, that is our unlimited tough trucks.
Yeah.
Which is real. The track is going to be almost identical to how it's been at the Lycoming County Fair races in 21, 22, and 23.
Yep. And Chris Pierce says it would be awesome if we could come down to Ohio for Knox County. That is one of my favorite events to record right now. And like I told Steve earlier, if I can knock out those bills before next year, I'm gonna aim for it. I'm gonna try and get my butt down there one of these days, because that place is nuts. I don't know if you ever saw it, but they have a semi trailer uh, as a ramp, pretty much.
Is that long jump competition stuff?
Yeah, they have them in Ohio.
Okay, I've seen some of their races. I know there's a lot of stiff competition out there. Um, Man, we're trying to get our ducks in a row so that we can get some of the guys here. We're trying to put trucks together, and we're
Yep,
trying to get out there. Um,
yep, and I'm glad I finally got my truck together, because that I pretty much have everything I ever wanted to do right now, between as far as vehicles, the GTI, the CJ7. I had my Cherokee, but rest in pieces. But now I got no boundaries, and it's gonna be
well,
a
it's
good
not no
time.
boundaries. It's Midnight Madness now.
It's Midnight Madness now,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a good time racing.
it is. I want to see. I want to see the. There's a
I know
almost a
where you're
sister.
going.
There's a
I,
sister truck to that. He's
yep,
not racing this year, but
the original No Boundaries
that's
that
right.
Colin
That's
Dorsmer
right.
used to own.
Jesse
It's now
Salson.
owned by Jesse Schultzen. He kicks everyone's butt, pretty much.
Yep.
And the only one I know, what is it? Jeremy
Dietrich.
Leitner. Dietrich, that's it.
Yep. It's Jeremy Dietrich.
Those two go at it pretty good sometimes, and I think no, I think Dietrich ruled against Seltzer or Dietrich. I forget.
It's funny. We I think it was last year. We had a first roller, or maybe it was 2 years ago. We had a first rollover trophy, and Jeremy actually rolled on. That was our October Trucktoberfest out when we were out at Jersey Shore, and we handed him the trophy, and it said first rollover. He said first. He said, "Can you change it to like 67th?" He said, "Because this isn't my first time."
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun there.
Luckily, I can count my rollovers with just one hand. Two so far.
I got
But
about a half a dozen under my belt, I think, but I haven't been racing as much as you have. I've been kind of step back and trying to get my son racing here the last couple of years, and just trying to help get some events going and do what we can do to keep pushing to keep the sport alive.
yep. And I know with the all the between racing and recording, I know my priorities have shifted a little bit since I got the new truck done. I know I want to race now more than ever. It doesn't matter whether it's in the CJ7, the GTI, or the new truck. I just want to race, and I'll try and figure out recording another way. I do want to someday bring someone on board to help record the events, so I can just focus on racing. And I'll be I may even I know I plan on paying for that position too someday. I just
Yeah.
don't know when someone's going to contact me to see if they want to do it. But I
Well,
got the camera gear.
it takes time, and you got to find the right person. That's everybody takes video pictures different than everybody else. You got to find the right
Yep,
person that does it similar to the way that you do it. That way you get the right shots. So you'll find that person. You'll
yep.
find the person.
But I know I got some. Oh, by the way, with that being said, with the new truck being out, also I got tomorrow morning. I'm releasing some onboards from the last 3 events with the new truck. So if you want to see onboards with it, tomorrow, I think around 8 or 9 a.m., I'll be putting the video out.
What 3 events were those? I know the Windsor race is one of them.
Bloomsburg, Bloomsburg, Windsor, and Racin at the Mason,
Okay.
which is
Now,
Mason-Dixon.
are they doing a modified class yet down there? I thought they were just doing.
No, I just did exhibition
Oh, you
passes.
did exhibition down there.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
with Zachary Graybeal.
Okay.
But yep. The truck feels good down there with that dusty track in Mason-Dixon. Just Colin did give me some advice that he used to slam it in the first gear to get it to rotate quicker, which
Around the
would,
turn.
yeah,
Around the
and
turn.
I just don't know if I want to lock up the transmission like that. He said it's that he's been doing it for years, but to me that's sketchy. But I'll try it out one of these events maybe. I just gotta make sure everything is up to snuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How many hours did you put into washing that thing after Bloomsburg? I saw you post on that you washed it and then you washed it and then you washed it again. And I don't. Is it even clean?
I am surprised my well isn't dry because my power washer is hooked and our water is hooked up to a well here at my house. So it was a good number of hours, probably 5 or 6. Because every time I would wash something, I would forget to keep that body panel away from the other body panels I'm about to wash, and everything would splatter back onto that body. And then
it's tough. The washing, I never liked the washing part, but it needs to be done.
I don't mind it as long as I do it right.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I just did the body panels again today from the last 2 events. So I'll be doing the truck tomorrow.
So you still have to wash it. You're still not done.
Yep, because I got it dirty again.
Oh, man.
But yeah, if anyone has anything in the chat they want to talk about, feel free to ask, and we'll see what we can do for you. Whether it's getting in tough trucks, finding out information, helping with runs, anything pretty much.
Out there, we got a message up there. Who's that there, Charlie?
Pierce Motorsports, the one about his 2 oldest boys.
Right. So we got two more young men
Yep.
getting ready to race here. So 2 more competitors coming up
Yep.
this coming year here. So that's
Yep.
awesome.
But yeah, am I forgetting anything, or was there something you wanted to talk about also?
Man, I just wanted to go over kind of what is left in this local area here in the Northeast PA. There's like 5 or 6 events still here from, our event. Trucktoberfest is at the end, as far as I know. We kind of push it right to the end there. We like to do a little Halloween thing, little festivities at the end of the year. But we talked about Pine Creek's race out there, Thunder in the Hollow. That's
Yep.
an East Coast sanctioned race, but they also have non-sanctioned classes. That's this weekend. So if anybody's not doing anything, I'm sure they can either get a hold of you or me if they need some info. I think Craig Carr is the guy to talk to about that. And then once that race is done, the next race, East Coast, is County Lines race back down in Windsor. So I don't know if you're going down there to get some redemption there for your last race there when your truck decided it didn't want to cooperate with you. But that's
yeah, I think one of the fuses on the truck was dying because I lost power again at Mason-Dixon, and we looked at this one fuse. Sorry for cutting you off, by the way, but we were looking at this one fuse. Number of people looked at it. Even I said, this fuse looks fine. Put it back in, still no power. I decided to heck with it. I'm trying another fuse. Popped it right in. Truck started right up.
That's odd. That's odd.
I think the forks on it might have gotten too worn down because the new one I inserted to the spot, it felt way more snug than the old one I put in. So,
gotcha. Yeah, there's it's always something little, a loose battery wire, a loose fuse, a loose lug nut. There's always something, a hose clamp. It's always the little stuff when it comes down to it. Those little gremlins always get you. when you're, especially on a new truck, you know.
They're worth fighting, though. They're worth fighting over.
They are. You'll overcome them. You'll
Hmm.
overcome them. And then, you know exactly what fuse now that might give you a problem. So if it
Yep.
happens again, it'll be 10, 15 seconds. You'll be back up and running.
Hmm.
So,
But I'll let you get back to what you were talking about.
where was I? Oh, yeah. County Lines race down there at Windsor, PA at the Steamer-Rama grounds. They put on a great race, similar to the Hill Climbers race, a little different. One thing they have the diesel or the street stock drags. So there's a lot of diesel trucks. Any diesel truck guys that want to go down there, take your truck. Even once in a while, a guy with a pulling truck will show up wanting to do it's a 100-yard drag strip. They got timing lights that are set up. They have a class just for the street stock trucks. So that's cool. And then they still have the East Coast sanction drags, obstacle, 2 obstacles. It's a weekend thing. Bring your camper down, camp out, hang out, and kids racing too. Again, all East Coast classes, all East Coast events have kids classes. On that same weekend, the Slocum Mud Bog. Now I know it's not tough trucks, but a lot of tough truck guys, a lot of mud bogs used to have tough trucks. Hopefully we can get them back there here soon.
Yep.
But the Slocum Mud Bog's going on September 13th. Uh, the Slocum Fire Department benefits from that one. That's a fundraiser for them. That usually has a good turnout. That's 2 pits side by side. Um, that's a pretty good time there.
Yep. Let me ask you this: have you ever heard people say, there's nothing to do in Pennsylvania. It's so boring." You ever hear that crap?
You know, I've heard
Almost
it.
every weekend we have, well, not every weekend, but every month at least, we got good off-road events and racing events in Pennsylvania. It's not just the trucks and stuff. We do have the tough trucks, the mud trucks, the monster trucks, but there's also rally and autocross. There's car events. There's good stuff here.
I tell you what, I met a guy down at Bloomsburg. Jeremy was his name.
Yeah,
I think Jeremy Milton is his last name. They he's a drift racer guy. There's a lot of drift racing that these guys do.
yeah. I actually know someone, Jared Licklider. I hope I pronounced
Okay.
that right. He has a like a '03 no, I think it's a '05 Mustang now, something like that. But I saw I used to see him at the Ford Nationals, I think it was in Carlisle. I was
Okay.
at Harrisburg. It might have been the same year I won in 2021, but I could be wrong. But he was walking around the pit area, and I got to sign an autograph for his kid. I think, if I remember correctly, like I recognized them when they came up to me.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, the drift racing. I mean, and then there's I know this weekend too. I know a couple local guys that are they're going to down to Beaver Drag Strip down there. There's a big race the Beef if you're a drag car guy, or if you just want to go and watch some drag car racing for a day. There's a lot of local. You don't have to drive but an hour and a half away from wherever you are. You can find a motorsports event if that's what you want to check out.
all right, Tony, have a good one, man. Thanks for dropping in.
Hey,
Good to hear you're
nice
still
talking to you,
racing.
Tony.
What?
I said, nice talking to you, Tony. See you later.
But yeah, thanks again for dropping in, man. Hopefully see you on the track. Maybe even get to race against you some days too, since I got the truck now. But let's see. Having a brain fart.
I do have a couple more events. I want to round out the season for. So after County Lines race, the next race is going to be another mud bog. It's up in Monroeton, the Mountaineer Mud Bog. That's
Yeah.
another mud bog that benefits the Monroeton Fire Department. It's actually on the fire department's grounds, same as the Slocum one, just in a different spot. Chris Donovan up there has been running this thing for 15 years, and a lot of good trucks up there, a lot of competition. That's the single pit deeper pit, some good competition up there. It's a single. That's a 1 day event, just like the Slocum. Go out for the day, head up there, check it out. They got food. All these events, good food. Fire department events definitely have like some 50/50s going on, stuff like that. A couple little vendors. Really good time. And then after we get through that, um, I believe there's a race at Fawn Grove the same weekend as ours, isn't
Yep,
there, on Saturday?
October 25th.
25th.
That might be the last event of the year, but I could be wrong. There
I
might be one
believe it
in
is, because I
November.
know a lot of the guys that I talk to. They're not sure. They know they want to go to Fawn Grove because I know they run a point series down there, right?
Yeah, I actually won the point series last year. I won like, what was it, 6 of the 7 events or 7 of the 8, something like that,
Was
and
that
got the
the
point.
2-wheel drive class with the TDI
Yeah,
down there?
with the
Nice.
GTI between Mason Dixon and Fawn Grove.
Gotcha. And they've been hammering the events out. They've got a lot of events between the two of them down there, and those
Yep,
guys have just been racing their butts off.
yep. I love I love racing between Mason Dixon and Fawn Grove, especially Fawn Grove. Sometimes I can get up to 60 miles an hour in that back stretch because they give you good runs at the jumps too, which is nice.
And
But
then the last event that I know of is our event, which is at the Lycoming County Fairgrounds in Hughesville,
yep,
PA. And that's our Trucktoberfest. It's getting bigger every year. Like I said, we've got monster trucks, tough trucks, mud bog trucks. We added show and shine this year for the show and shine guys. We're actually adding, it's not released yet, but we're adding a burnout competition.
I
We
just
got
hope it's not on the. I just hope it's not anywhere near the track because we'll be kicking up the dust. I guarantee it,
no, we got
or at least the tough trucks will.
we will. We kick up some dust, but I just, we uh we rebooted in 2021 with the help of the Lycoming County Fair. We appreciate that. They got a hold of us and they said, "Hey, we need another event. Would you guys be willing to do it?" As you know, in 2020, 2021, tough trucks, there were less events, let's say that year after the COVID year, some other things that happened. Lot of great tough truck racers, a lot of great guys came together for 2021, 2022. 2022 year was tough. I made a couple rough calls, trying to get some things going on. And there were some issues with some guys that we've known for years, that are really good guys.
hmm
So to those guys, I just want to apologize for the way the rules and whatnot were, and I want everybody to know that everybody's welcome this year. We've had some issues with a spectator here or there that might have been a little out of hand. Um, we got a clean slate this year. Whether you come or not, we'd love to see you there, but everybody's welcome. So any racer of any kind, as long as you pass tech rules, anybody's welcome. So anybody that there's been an issue with or if has had an issue with me, um, I apologize for that. So I'd
Well, I
like to
don't.
see everybody race.
Yeah, I don't believe in a perfect event though. That's my thing. I try. I try to stay out of that drama as much as I can now. I pretty much don't want anything to do with that crap. Like
Well, it's
with the
it's tough. It's tough being on one side or the other side of an event
yeah.
because you know, we raced mud bogs for years, and I can't count the amount of times on my hands how many times one of us in our group got screwed by a stopwatch, or somebody got a rerun and we didn't get one, or something happened there. Um,
hmm
but when it comes from the other side, you don't see everything from both sides when you're on one side or the other,
mm
and it's not easy. It is not easy to run an event.
Empathy.
It's 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 hard, man, and it takes the right people and everybody who helps out at these events, especially the East Coast events. I know the far events too. they're all volunteers. Nobody's getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's showing up because they love this sport and they want to see it succeed. So,
No. And I also wanted to mention with the Pennsylvania racing, our seasons are pretty much from May to late October, sometimes going into November. I I think I talked to the guys in Ohio. It seems like their events start in July. Let me pull up their page real quick. I want to see when their last race is. October 1st. So they race from July to October 1st this year. So
right. I think they do a lot
they
of
do a
fair
lot.
races. They do a lot of fair races, I think.
A
And the
lot
fair
of their
season starts to end right there in October.
not only that, their races are on Tuesday, sometimes Thursday. There are a few Saturday events, but holy crap, I would be missing a lot of work if I tried to make their races. I at least want to try and get down there to Knox County, maybe even Coshocton someday. But yeah, sorry to cut you off if I
No, you're
did.
good. We should definitely try to make it to some of their races. I mean, we actually our one member Howie and Peggy, they just went down to a mud bog in West Virginia. What was that called? Tucker County mud bog. That
Hmm.
mud bog was awesome. There was about 140 trucks there, Charles. 140 mud bog trucks, and some of them were double entered. I think they had 168 entries.
Nice.
Everything from the rails clear down to the 4 and 6 cylinders. They started sometime around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they ran until 10:30 at night. And this was
Yeah,
single runs these guys were getting. I mean, it was nonsense. That was a really cool event to go see. I managed to get down there for a couple hours in the evening. And if anybody ever wants to take a trip to go see something, they have one event a year. That Tucker County Mud Bog was an awesome event to go to.
yeah. I know that reminds me of the old school Lebanon County tough truck events. They used to have a ton of tough truck entries down there. I think the most they had in the Lebanon County back in the day was over 200 vehicles. That was
That's
we were there late.
that's a
But
good
it was a
turnout.
good time. But I do remember also there was like a old Tacoma or something who accidentally hit the jump the wrong way, and it was like a 5 foot high jump. So he went pretty high. I would say 15 plus feet, and he bottomed that truck out. He left in an ambulance.
Oh man. Yeah, it's never a good day when a racer gets hurt. I can tell you
Yeah.
that. It's
Mm-hmm.
you know,
What do we?
it's just for everybody out there. There's, I know it's getting a little cooler right now. Everybody's thinking fall. There are still events out there. There's stuff to go to. So don't pack up your trucks. Don't put it in the garage. Don't. I know school's coming for the kids and whatnot, but there's still quite a few events on the weekends that are local. Get out there, support. We're a nonprofit organization. East Coast Four Wheel Drive Association, also a nonprofit organization. All these clubs, the fire departments having some mud bogs. Most of these events that we go to are nonprofit organizations. I mean, there's some other events, but they're not promoters. We're not making money. We're doing this because we love to do this. We like to give back to the community. We like to donate to the fire departments that come and we've got one fire department that does a lot of the East Coast stuff. It's the what is it, dear? No, it's I can't remember these guys. East Prospect, that's what it is. We talked to a bunch. East Prospect Fire. They drive 2 hours to come up to our event to be our
Nice.
safety support crew. They're the guys that were down there at Windsor. They'll be down there at Windsor again for the county line race. Great group of guys. They know what they're doing, guys and ladies. and they know what they're doing. They enjoy the sport. They like coming to them. So, yeah, I mean, it's all, it just, it's great to know that there's a lot of people out there still that still love this sport of
Yep.
off-road racing.
Chris, what event are you talking about that has almost 200 trucks running? Is it Hartford by any chance? But
Where's that? Ohio,
yes,
Hartford.
Ohio. But yeah, I'd like to hear where that's at. Maybe I can try and get there next year to either record or run. But I watched some of that Hartford on. Yep, I was right, Hartford Fair. But they have some good head-to-head racing there too. Oh, Croton.
Croton.
That might be
Hartford.
the town,
Okay.
and this might be the county fair that he's talking about. So, but yeah, I've seen videos on Peter's Outdoors of Hartford Fair. There is some good head-to-head racing at Hartford Fair. But I don't know if you saw his son's truck. He has a Pat Winchester's truck now with a classic Ford truck body on it.
Oh yeah.
That
The
thing is
the
nice.
maroon one.
Yeah, that thing is nice and nasty and fast.
Yeah, there's quite a few trucks out there, like you said, low and fast. All
Mm-hmm.
those trucks.
But yep, uh, it's the town, and yeah, Monster Truck Show is awesome. Yep,
Yep. Hartford Fair. That's
yep.
one to put on the list for next year. Then are those
Tyler
if
Peters.
you still listening there? Are those 200 entries? A lot of them are in the stock class then, or is there that many? Is there that many modified trucks out that way?
No, there isn't that many modified trucks
So
out
it's a
there.
lot of the stock truck class and the
I
duo
would
trucks.
assume so. I didn't see anywhere it's like 200 vehicles though. Any of the videos. Steve is the only event official I know that promotes and encourages racers to attend other mudbog events.
Well, I mean, it just you got to try to go to all the ones that you can go to. You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you don't show up and one day then there's no more events. I mean, we lost a lot of good events. Plymouth Mud Bog, we lost that quite a few years ago. That was a tough truck mud bog event that was held again, fire department, nonprofit, down there by Nanticoke, Pennsylvania. It's been gone for years. Everybody wishes it was back, but it's not there anymore. The Boondockers used to have, it was only a mud bog, but it was a mud bog and a show and shine. That club no longer exists. That event doesn't exist anymore. Wyoming County Fair used to have mud bog and a tough truck.
Yep.
Then they had a tough truck alone for a while.
I actually wanted to take the new truck down there to Wyoming County.
It would actually be either Sunday or Monday of this weekend if they had it. I actually tried to contact them. They
Pretty sure would have been Monday or Tuesday, something like that.
they no longer have any interest in doing it. They do the truck pulls and they do lawnmower pulls now on the day that they used to do tough trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Why I don't know. Was it attendance? Was it trucks? I don't know, but doesn't matter why. It just doesn't exist anymore. So every time you don't go to an event or you know you don't try to get people to go to another event, it could be the last time. So.
Yep. But do you have anything else you would like to put out? I'll probably I just want to make. I just want to give like a last call here.
I think we're
for you
good.
in the chat.
I think we're good. I just I hope that the end of summer finds everyone well. I hope that anybody who can go to one of these events, or even if there's other events, I'm sure there's some that we miss. Take a day, take the kids out, take the family out, go check it out. Go watch the guys race. Go meet the drivers. That's one thing that people don't know. It's pretty easy, and I don't know any driver that I can think of that isn't doesn't want to shake hands and talk about his truck, especially if it comes to a young kid that thinks he's pretty cool or his truck's pretty cool. So
Yep.
go back, talk to him, get an autograph. Find your favorite, root for your favorite. It's the drivers love it. We love it as drivers. We love the fans. So don't think we don't. Come
Yep.
talk to us.
And if anyone's interested in getting into Tough Trucks, feel free to contact us on Facebook or any way else. You can comment on the videos. I know I'll respond to anything I can find. Anything I see where someone wants to try and get into the sport, I'll try and help them out, point them in the right directions as far as the rules are concerned, advice on vehicles, and yep.
So that was a good point there. If anyone wants to race off-road racing and they just don't think that the jumps and that is for them, the East Coast races,
Yeah.
very little jumps, a lot of technical driving. East
Mhm.
Coast Four-Wheel Drive Association.com. Get on the website, check out the rule book. You could build a Cherokee with a roll cage in it to race for under $1,500, $2,000, and you can go out there and double elimination. You could race your butt off, get a lot of seat
Yep.
time, and you'll still have some flat tires, this and that, whatever. But you don't. There's off-road racing out there that is not mud bog or just jumping trucks in the air too. If you want to get, to start out before you get to flying. But you and I both know once you start hitting those jumps, you don't want to drive that flat track anymore.
Yeah, and I can tell you this, for the 20 plus years I've been running stock class between my old Ranger, my CJ7, and my Cherokee, I have welded differentials in them. So don't wait too long to go into the modified class because you'll be wanting limited slip differential, and oh my god, tire spin will kick you in the butt fast because you saw what happened at Windsor when I almost spun out.
Yeah, it's you'll get it. It's just a little different truck than your Dodge there with
Yep,
the deep body that you were
and a
used
lot
to.
more power.
And a lot more power and a different wheelbase and a little different tires, and you add all
Yep,
that stuff up, it takes a little bit.
yep,
But once you get it down, you'll be one to reckon with there. Don't you worry.
yep. Just patience, pretty much. That's what it is right now. Patience and learning.
But I do have to cut off here, Charles. I thank you for having me. I hope everyone out there has a great holiday weekend. Be careful.
Yep,
Don't you get yourself in a bind. If you need a ride home, call somebody, call an Uber, do whatever you got to do.
yep.
And
Don't drink and drive.
see y'all at the next event.
Yep. Peace out. Have a
Peace
good one.
out. Signing out.
Thanks everyone also in the chat who came to chat with us. I really appreciate it. But good night.
All right. Good night, Charles. Good night, everyone.